Central Florida has been gaining ground on Southern California as the epicenter of the motocross industry. Marvin and Mathilde Musquin are two of the many that have become bicoastal and purchased a second home in the Claremont area due to its training opportunities and extreme climate.
At first, when he told me that we had to move to Florida, I was like, what? Like, I heard there is snakes and gators and bugs and mosquitoes, and I'm like, why would I go there, you know? It's tough in Florida, I'm not gonna lie. But it's good to do both, I feel like. So we never really get tired of either one. Like, California is more like craziness and traffic on the road, and here, you know, like, it's more mellow and everything is green, and it's a different lifestyle for sure.
The advantage of committing to the Southeast is evident given Marvin's results through the first 3 rounds, as the 2017 motocross season started off exactly as planned for the French world champion.
Beginning of the outdoor season went actually really well. I was able to win my very first moto of my career on the 450, so that was an awesome day.
Colorado is the first time that I see Marvin on the 450 with a red plate on. It pops, you know. I mean, it's cool. That's something that, you know, you're waiting for, and it really looks good on the KTM. I mean.
The confidence and momentum Marvin carried away from Colorado was diverted the following week at the Baker's factory, when a slight mishap that did not even result in a crash conspired to destroy the Musquin's championship dreams.
I was actually feeling great, and 2 laps to go, I just lost the front coming into a turn, and I hit the foot on the ground and I tweaked the knee. I got scared, you know, just the muscle and the whole leg kind of like shut off.
Right away, he told me, say, well, we can just pack everything up. And you go from being the red plate holder by 17 points to the season is over. I was like trying to keep it together and don't panic, even though you probably saw that I panicked a little bit. But
well, it brings back bad memories from.
I mean, we went through 2 ACLs, so right away, like, you can see just those pictures coming back to your brain, and you're like, no, that can happen again. Like, not right now.
When we first looked at the play that he had in his knee, it didn't look good. And we're like, oh my gosh, you know, looks like ACL's gone. We got an MRI, and actually it came back that yes, there's been some meniscus damage, but nothing to the degree that it's over or that he's going to require surgery.
I was like, what? It's almost like the answer that we were not even expecting. Once we got, you know, an okay from the doctor, you're like, we can still keep going. It's not going to be easy, but we'll try at least. I mean, we're at least going to try.
Look, he's taken a knock. I do believe in this situation, it's actually going to make him better. From my perspective, I like to see that there's fight in the dog.
I went to High Point the next day, actually. My riding was terrible.
Rumor was that Musquin might have been nursing an injury, and the fact that Musquin is in 17th right now would lead us to think that might be the case.
Losing so many points like that, it's not good for me, for my mind, it's not good for the team.
I mean, it was a tough one, but I was really proud of what he showed on the track because he didn't give up. I could see the Marvin that wanted it, you know, again.
Musquin's misfortune would allow his training partner Jason Anderson and Anderson's longtime rival Blake Baggett to become the frontrunners in the title chase. Jason and Blake's disdain for each other has been unmistakable, and with Baggett's recent revival and outspoken personality, tensions have elevated both on and off the racetrack.
I'm not a fan of Blake Baggett because I think he has very bold statements, and I feel like some of his statements are maybe a little bit disrespectful towards some of the competition.
Basically, I said that, you know, the goal is to catch somebody and break them, and everybody kind of just flexed up over it, you know, they just blew up over it.
It's tough for everyone to stay cool with each other when championship is $1.5 million or more, you know, that you're gonna make, and then second place is like 50 grand.
Bottom line is we're fighting for paychecks and money. If you can say something that gets that guy flustered, and then maybe he's not on his A game the next weekend, it was worth it.
Blake, he has an attitude, and I love that. That shows me that he feels good about himself. In my opinion, to know you're a badass is to say you're a badass.
It is 4th of July weekend at Red Bud Raceway, the halfway point of the outdoor national season. America's most attended race of the year will be the setting for red plate holder Blake Baggett to extend his 4-point lead over Eli Tomac, with Jason Anderson and the ailing Marvin Musquin in tow.
Come on, let's go!
Last one was fastest or
Yeah. You look good, you're riding good. Try to get one more in. We came to Red Bud and he qualified second overall. If we can just stay on the podium every week, good things always end up happening.
You look good. You look comfortable. Practice went really well. He did end up qualifying first overall today. It was tight, it was close, so it's going to be a good race. I think he's just finally really confident.
Moto fans from all over the globe are focused on Red Bud, the most iconic motocross track in the world.
19 points separating your top three in this series. That's Baggett, Tomac, and Anderson. And Marvin Musquin saying he feels like that knee injury is nearly back to 100%, so any of those four can take it.
And into turn number one they go.
Oh, and someone goes flying.
Jason Anderson goes down. Let's see if he can come back. You would think that Marvin Musquin would be trying to find smooth ground to favor that injured knee, but he's not scared at all.
Tomac takes the lead. He gets the inside, so now Tomac out front. Anderson has climbed all the way up to 8th.
Here comes Baggett now. Blake Baggett has gone into the number 2 position. Marvin Musquin back into the number 3 ride. Anderson into the number 4 position. Blake Baggett is on a mission trying to get around the number 3 of Eli Tomac. Baggett certainly has a chance.
If it ends like this, Tomac will be 1 point behind Baggett in the standings. First moto, Eli Tomac is going to come out on top.
Eli Tomac returned to form at Red Bud and inched his way within 1 point of second-place finisher Blake Baggett. But the most impressive ride of the day came from Jason Anderson, who fought his way back into contention after picking his bike up dead last in turn number 1.
That first moto crashed at the start, came all the way back up to 4th. Knowing that, hey man, I still need to be in the top 4 if I have a shot at this. He's got that understanding now, and he knows that he actually can do it.
You know, it could have went pretty disastrous. I'm like 24 points out, still capable of winning the championship. I think the other guys that I'm battling with for the championship have also had issues that they've had to overcome as well.
He's fighting for the red plate today, and that's a huge deal. So second to him is not what he wants, but you know, we have Moto 2, and if he can get the win this time, he can go home with the overall and be a happy boy.
And it's go time. You got to take the championship and take it by charge.
Baggett with a great start, and he's got that. A lot of the line for Anderson. He wants to get Baggett and make up some ground right here.
Jason Anderson. Jason Anderson chops down Baggett like a cherry tree. And Baggett is losing tons of spots. He is dead last. The number 4 trying to regroup.
So the chase is on.
Jason Anderson into the number 2 position. Musquin into the number 3 ride.
Anderson is pushing so hard right now to try to keep Tomac within sight. Baggett's got to be frustrated. He'll try to come back in the next one. But today, Red Bud is all about Eli Tomac.
Think where we came from the last 2 weeks. Good job. He wasn't worried about his knee anymore and got a 3-3 for 3rd overall. So for us, that was a huge step after the last 2 weeks.
It's so bad.
That's the one that like you need surgery for.
Down, and it's brutal.
Crashing and drama, that's entertainment value to most people, but for us, wives and girlfriends and parents, we're watching the person we love risk their life. You know, we count on being there every weekend and going home with a paycheck, and I think people forget that part.
You were down 19 points before you got it, so you're just as capable of getting it back.
He hesitated, I think probably on purpose, and I just misjudged it.
I mean, it's not like I was deliberately trying to take him out, but I'm not bummed if the dude tips over in a corner. I mean, I think he should have hit his brakes.
Jason was not trying to take him out. I mean, the line comes together, someone has to give. Now, if he was behind in the same way, he would have had to give that up.
I didn't hear anything from him because I was on the podium and he wasn't. Who knows, I might hear something next weekend or whatever, but I'm not going to lose sleep over it.
Of course, I'm not happy about it, and it's kind of a bummer deal. You try to do to others what you want them to do to you, but that's not the way this world works, really. Part of it's my fault for leaving the door open, but I won't leave the door open again.